This will unlock the Lakers as Bronny James made his Summer League debut in his sophomore season and played well in limited minutes, along with a couple of other Laker players who had surprisingly been playing well for the Lakers here in the early parts of the summer. And also we're going to talk about how Dalton Knecht is faring and how some things aren't really going as planned for him at the start of this summer. What's good? I'm Okechi Apakama, and this is Lakers Digest coming at you with another video. And before we get into everything we have for today's video, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already to get those Laker updates, guys. And we are pushing towards our new goal of 25,000 subscribers. So each and every one of you guys subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, and I want to thank everyone to help reach us to our goal of 20,000, because that seems like a crazy number to me. But if you guys want to keep up with that Laker news and updates, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. But now, with that out the way, let's hop straight into the topics we have for you today, as Lakers had their second Summer League game and Bronny makes his Summer League debut. Now, he did play some limited minutes, and we'll talk about the reason why his minutes were limited. But you also got to remember, he is not more than 3 years removed from having that heart issue a couple of years ago in that freshman year of college. So the Lakers have been smart about bringing him back and really giving him a full workload compared to some other players. But in the limited minutes that Bronny James played today, he played great for the Lakers. Had 10 points in 10 minutes, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Did a really good job of knocking a couple of corner threes that he had, and his hustle and energy defensively was very noted. He was really using his physical tools and his speed. It was really showcasing and showing out. And Bronny he started the game actually with this emphatic flush here as he got off of steal, and really just shows the athleticism that runs in the family clearly. But yeah, Bronny looked really good in the spot minutes that he had, and he did start for the Lakers, but like I said, he only played 10 minutes for the Lakers, but with that very nice slam there. But the rest of the Laker players, they had some good contributions up and down the roster there. They had Cole Swider, who used to be a two-way player for the Lakers a couple seasons ago. He's now come back, and he's been playing well, 20 points off of 7 of 10 shooting from the field. And then they also had some nice contributions from DJ Stewart, who has been a nice surprise here for the Summer League, as he had 14 points and he's been playing really good point of attack defense, really been hounding guys on that side of the ball. And then Darius Bazley has also been another guy of note. He is a 6-year pro from the NBA, but he is trying to work his way back into the league after spending parts of it in China and then also different leagues around the world. So he is trying to make his way back, and he is really making a name for himself, especially with his two-way paralysis and his just athleticism that really just towers over a multitude of guys out there. But just get back to Bronny and just how he's playing, because this is the type of thing that you want from a guy like Bronny James in year 2, showing that improvement and showing that he has gotten better as a player. And you can kind of tell that he has improved on some things, especially the main thing I'm kind of looking for is that conditioning. We didn't get to see a ton of it just because he just played 10 minutes, but just the more verb and the physicality that he was using defensively and getting up into guys and pressuring guys full court, because that seems to be like a Lakers plan of attack here in the early part of the Summer League. They have been pressuring guys full court and picking up guys full court and kind of trying to slow the other team down, or maybe even create some turnovers and create some easy possessions, like I showed you there with that one clip that Bronny had. So if he can continue to grow and develop, this is the type of makings that can become a rotational level player in the NBA. And Bronny James is a guy that definitely, with his namesake, has the capability, but it's just also just getting more comfortable with the league, getting more comfortable to what he can do and what his skills can translate to, because he does have some talent, a lot of athleticism talent to like, especially defensively, and he was using some of those tools today with the Los Angeles Lakers. So that is the improvement that you want to see, and that can be a path to minutes for him, because he was talking about it after the game about his conditioning and sort of why the Lakers kind of went this route. And he said, not necessarily a plan, but just checking in how I'm feeling after the game and how I'm feeling after those small stints, building and upping my minutes a little bit every game, and then conditioning after. So really just how I feel, but I've been feeling good so far. So hoping to be in regular minutes rotations for Tuesday's game, and that's Tuesday's game against the San Antonio Spurs Summer League team that he's alluding to. So Bronny knows that he's going to be brought in here slowly, and they've been doing that for even since dating back to last season, because he is only not more, like I said, 3 years from that heart issue. So you don't want to rile anything up there. So the Lakers have been bringing it on slowly, but now it's about building that conditioning and really elevating to that next step. So that kind of gets me to my next topic, because there's a couple other players that I want to highlight as they were playing well during the Summer League, as there's been some surprising play from some unlikely sources. And one of the names I want to get to is Darius Bazley. Darius Bazley, we've talked about before on this channel. Darius Bazley has been a former pro, was with the Oklahoma City Thunders for a good amount of years there in the early developing parts when they're trying to build their championship culture. And Darius Bazley was an intriguing guy because he was a high lottery pick, and then he kind of fell out of the league, and then he's been trying to find himself, and now he's back on the Lakers Summer League team, and he's showcasing why he should be in the league. The Lakers currently do not have an open roster spot, and since he is 6 years into his NBA career, he is not eligible for a two-way contract. So if he were to get a roster spot with the Los Angeles Lakers, he will have to beat somebody out for the spot, and it's going to be hard for him to do that on this Lakers squad with the amount of forwards they have, with the guys ahead of him. With obviously you have LeBron James, obviously you got Hachimura, you got Jake LaRavia, who they just signed, Jared Vanderbilt. All these guys are all going to be ahead of him, and also if you include Dalton Knecht as well, as Dalton Knecht sometimes plays some small forward from time to time. So there is going to be a lot of forwards at those minutes. So Darius Bazley is going to have to really showcase himself, but he's doing a very good job at the start of things here. Like I said, I showed the stats earlier of how Darius is doing, but he had 16 points in this one, 3 block shots. He also had a really nasty chase down block. And then he also had 9 rebounds, and that was just mostly his energy, athleticism, and just effort. And you can tell that he is better than most of these guys that are playing across from him. But he isn't taking any of this moment up for granted, and he is really trying to make the most of it. And another guy as well who is making the most of it is DJ Stewart. So he's a guard who is 6'2", but he has a very big wingspan, about 6'7", and he's been getting up into guys defensively. He has been the main point of attack defender for the Lakers in their full court pressing scheme, which is what they've been doing here these first couple of games here in the Summer League. And DJ Stevens has really highlighted the fact of like how good this defense can be, just because of the physical tools that he's been using on the defensive side of the ball. That's impressed me, but the offensive side has shown me that he can do a little bit more, because he's been able to get downhill, be able to get to the basket, score. He's able to also shoot the ball a little bit as well. So this guy has a multitude of skills, and he's a guy that the Lakers sort of brought in to be an exhibition 10 guy, maybe a guy to fight for a training camp spot, or maybe even for a summer league spot. But the way he's playing right now, he could possibly sneak his way into Quincy Oliveri territory, where you all remember last season where Quincy Oliveri really played well for the Summer League team and then was able to play his way up to a two-way contract. So anything is possible for a guy like Stevenson. So he has impressed me really the most, just because he's been more of an unknown guy to everybody. So for him to play well in the minutes that he has been getting, it is really good for the Lakers to see. But also there's one more guy that I do want to get to, and that is Dalton Knecht. And it's for unfortunate reasons, and it's for some bad reasons, because he has not been playing well. And it's been a stark difference, because last season when he started with the Lakers in Summer League, he obviously got off some rough games, but he was able to showcase his shooting at all 3 levels and was be able to really score at a very high clip. It's been the total opposite here at the start of Summer League for Dalton Knecht. So Dalton Knecht in his first games here, he's only averaged 7 points in these 2 games, 5 of 20 from the field, 0 for 3 from three-point land, and has 5 turnovers in 2 games. So he has not looked the part as a second-year player coming into Summer League, because those guys usually should dominate Summer League. Maybe you're looking for them to average somewhere around 20 points and above in these settings, because they have played pretty much a year in the NBA, and they have went up against NBA defenses. And to Dalton Knecht's credit, he has been successful in some situations. However, maybe some of the things with the trade is still lingering, or maybe he isn't all the way focused because it's not the Vegas Summer League. But just these first 2 games, it is a little eye-popping to see a guy like Dalton Knecht, who is a very good NBA shooter, kind of struggle at this point of the season. Maybe he could write that off Tuesday, and then he can get back to that scoring ways that we know he can get to. But for right now, it does not look great for Dalton Knecht. And for a guy who is looking to show improvement, maybe get more minutes for the Lakers, he is going to need to pick up his play if he wants to be in the Lakers' good graces at the start of training camp. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys comment down below of how do you think the Lakers fared in their second Summer League game. What do you think about Bronny James? Do you see improvement that he has shown over the past year? And what do you think about Dalton Knecht and some of his struggles, and what is the reason behind that? And then also some of the other guys who have been surprising, Darius Bazley or DJ Stewart. How do you think those guys are faring? And then do you think they can actually make the Lakers team? Let us know in the comments down below. And just do one more thing for us, guys. There is still 67% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not yet subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker updates, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you don't miss any of that action. All right, I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.